Hi, it's Shelley from Client Nectar, and today I want to share with you my 3 biggest learnings from 2020. So my first biggest learning has been that you need to be adaptable. Adaptability is key to being successful in business, and this year in particular, with the lockdowns, with the pandemic, we've seen businesses need to pivot in order to continue being successful. You've seen cafe owners who couldn't continue to open and have people come into their cafe, changing to doing takeaways and deliveries. I've even got a local cafe owner who's done exactly that, who has been able to continue with their business throughout this time and has done okay. Yes, they've had to adapt, but they've not had to completely close. And they're not they're not in a place where the business needs to close now. So that is absolutely key. And one of the things that I was able to do with my clients when we went into the first lockdown was help them adapt their business. A lot of them had lost work, from the lockdown. They immediately lost contracts, they lost work. And what we did was we basically looked at what are the things that you need to adapt in order to continue having clients and bringing revenue into your business. Do you need to adapt your message, but you can keep the same offer and the same audience? Do you need to adapt your audience, or do you need to adapt your offer, or is it a combination of all three or 2 elements of the 3? And when we were able to do that, they've been able to continue with their businesses during this time. And in fact, we've had a lot of new entrepreneurs that we've helped launch their businesses. And the reason it's been successful has been because they have been able to focus in on what their ideal clients need right now, not what they needed before we went into lockdown, what they needed right now, and to keep adapting and changing their messaging for each stage of where we've been at during this process, during this year. And so adaptability is super key to our businesses being successful, and you'll find that it's going to be really key moving forwards as well. It leads me very nicely onto my second biggest learning, which is that you determine your success. Now, this might be something that you just want to push back on, but I want to say to you that genuinely, you determine your success. It's not the pandemic, it's not the politicians, it's not the economy that determines your success. It's you. And so much of this is how you think in your mindset about your situation. This has been such a big learning for me, to keep my mindset in that optimistic place, to keep my mindset in a place of recognizing that I can still hold on to my big goals and my big dreams, and I can still grow my business, even with all of this change that's going on. I've been able to double my revenue with Client Nectar this year during the pandemic. I've been able to help hundreds of business owners during this pandemic, during this year. And that is what I want to share with you, is that you determine your success. Yes, it might take some hard work. No one's going to say it's going to be easy. Yes, it's going to, if you have to adapt your business, that's not easy. It's stressful. But when you get to the other side of it, it's all worth it. It's worth it because you could create something even better. So if you've been struggling this year, I want to say to you, please don't give up, because just take on board my biggest learning, these 2 biggest learnings, take them on board, because actually this is what you need to move forwards next year. So this leads me very nicely to my 3rd biggest learning, which is that money loves optimism. So yes, money loves speed, but it also really loves optimism. And what I've seen is those people in my audience who basically held back this year and said, look, I'm going to not market myself because I don't know if my audience is going to want to buy. I'm not going to invest in myself, even though I know I need to. I'm not going to invest in learning what I need to be able to grow my business because I don't know what's going to happen with the pandemic. Those businesses that have said, I'm just going to stay where I am and we'll just see if we can just ride this out and it'll all be over in a couple of months and we'll be able to just go back to what we were doing before. Those business owners then have come to me later in the year, in September, October, and they're in a far worse position because they hadn't adapted their business early on. And so financially, they were really struggling by that stage. And it's been very difficult for them to then afford to invest in getting the help and doing the marketing that they need to do to then grow the business. So I wanted to just say to you, Money loves optimism. You know, look at what's going on. If you're saying to yourself, I need to hold back, I need to hold back, I need to hold back, I can't trust, know that that is not going to lead you to grow your business. What you need to do is, whenever there's any change, is look for the opportunity. And it's those clients I've worked with that I've helped to look for the opportunity. You know, a lot of them are new business owners. They never sold anything prior to this year, and they've been able to grow their business during this time. One of my clients actually sold 15 programs during the first lockdown. 15 new clients during the first lockdown. I have another client who picked up 3 clients in 1 month for his printing business, made 20,000, and that was during the lockdown. This is what I want to say to you: money loves optimism. The more you stay in the opportunity, the more you're going to attract business, clients, money to your business. The revenue is going to keep coming in. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed my 3 biggest learnings from 2020, but please do listen to them again, take them on board, and see, these are underpinning learnings that could help you a lot in 2021. And I'm certainly myself definitely taking these 3 learnings on board and really consciously working with them as I move forwards into 2021 as well. All right, I hope that was helpful to you, and please do let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these biggest learnings. Whether do you connect with them, have anything else, any other biggest learnings that you've had from 2021, and let's see if we can help each other by really identifying what's worked for us over this year to be able to continue growing our businesses during this time. All right, bye for now, guys.